The demand for technology workers in this province has some people considering a second career. A program is helping people retrain, taking a prison guard and turning him into a coder. And a teacher who went from building classroom curriculums to building training simulations for Marines. Here now's Arlette Lazarenko met up with them.
Andrew Reynolds used to work as a prison guard. His day started with a commute to Her Majesty Penitentiary, and he hated it.
I was probably 3 months into the job and it wasn't for me.
Then 3 months turned into 8 years.
We bought a house and we had a kid, and the thought of leaving a stable career was scary. So I tried to stick it out. It got to the point where I didn't feel like I was the same person as I was before I started in corrections.
His solution? Newfoundland's booming tech sector.
Tech is something that always interested me. I Googled something along the lines of learning to code in Newfoundland, and I came across a CBC article about Get Coding.
Get Coding is an online bootcamp that teaches coding through projects.
It was extremely hectic. Life was very hard for the entire time I was in Get Coding, but I knew it was going to be worth it. I knew if I just stuck to it, it would be worth it, and God love my wife, she supported me through it all.
7 months later, he now shares an office with his daughter, building projects for local tech company Net Benefit Software.
I can't overstate how much happier I am now than I was a year ago. It was worth it. It's great. There's no traffic on the basement steps in the morning, but just being home, being able to see my 2 girls, being able to help if help is needed around the house, not having to drive a half an hour to and from work. When work is over, I can come up and help with supper. It's amazing. I love it.
So that was Andrew, but he's not the only one who changed his career into tech. Wait till you meet Jackie.
If you'd like, you can give it a shot.
I would love to.
Sounds good, so just hop on here.
Just like Reynolds, Jackie Berry was in the middle of a career when she stirred the wheel into a new career in tech.
I worked as a teacher for 4 years, but I wasn't loving the role that I was in. There's a lot of stress in the education field, especially dealing with COVID, which was unprecedented, something we hadn't experienced before, and I was burnt out.
Berry also took the Get Coding bootcamp, and it turns out her past experiences were the key to her new role, combining education and tech knowledge.
I still get to leverage all of those skills, and instead of teaching in the classical classroom environment, we're teaching life skills in marine safety.
From creating courses and a curriculum for kids to now doing this kind of training for offshore Marines and workers. That's quite a career change.
Get Coding co-owner Jan Mertlik says career changers like Berry and Reynolds are exactly who the program was designed for.
We have a variety of students coming from a diversity of different backgrounds, prison guards, teachers, construction workers, heavy equipment operators, people from hospitality, chefs. Anyone can learn how to code. And what's really special about the tech industry is that the skills you've gained in your past career, you can take them and transfer them into tech.
Reynolds and Berry are 2 of the 25 people who changed their careers through Get Coding. Their advice is that it's not too late to try again.
The act of giving up a stable job and transitioning to something completely new is one of the scariest decisions you'll make. But if you're not happy, there's options out there.
Arlette Lazarenko, CBC News, St. John's.